Opinionated.
Oh God. Look, we don't shoot the wound, bitch, we aim to kill. Spazzing on beats, I got a lot of pain to spill. All my niggas basically stayed trill. All the way back to when we was popping them pain pills. But nowadays, one that gave me the same thrills. Not as much as my fingers thumping through cake fields. I'm navigating through various situations. I know my time will come, I can't be impatient. So why do I feel like I've done nothing but stay stagnant? I let you in my life, but not always just a dragon. They say I tend to have moments where I just act sporadic. But part of my therapy is I hear it beat then attack it. So ain't no wonder why this nigga ain't ducking no action. And ain't no wonder why he always on the square, never lacking. Cause he know at any moment he can go down and get the bracket. If we find the mold in the cooler, hammers just get the whacking. Nigga, we rollin', ayy, we rollin'. Okay, we rollin', my nigga, we rollin', we rollin', we rollin'.
Opinionated. Welcome back to the show. I go by that nigga named Ace, and we back in the motherfucking building. And once again, this is the Opinionated Podcast, and we put that shit on everything. Make sure you like and subscribe, share that shit, leave a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend, and just like that, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna get into it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And we just got done playing teez. That's that Rollin, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check it out, you know what I'm saying? And fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? That shit kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? Shit, yeah, we got teez in the building tonight.
Yo, what's the motherfucking word?
Yeah, I appreciate you sliding on the nigga tonight, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you for having me, man, for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all patience, too. Y'all been here for a little minute, you know what I'm saying? We was waiting to get started, but shit, you know, we gonna go ahead and get it rolling, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
It's all good.
Yeah, but like, shit, first, you know, let's just get to it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
first of all, the name teez, where you get that from, my boy?
Shit. All right, well, my first name is, my real name is Jamil. So it's like, that's where I got the J from. And steez, it was like on Urban Dictionary, it's this style with ease, basically. So I was like, I got style and I don't really be trying that hard. So I was like, that's me. Yeah. I was like 15.
You was like 15? Like, shit, that's when you started rapping and shit?
Yeah, that's when I started, like, teaching myself how to rap, basically.
Teaching yourself how to rap?
Yeah, because when I first started, I wasn't shit, so.
Yeah, shit, I think most motherfuckers be like that, you know what I'm saying? When they start out rapping shit, nigga, I used to want to rap and shit for a little minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I actually kind of remember one of my first lines here, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna spit that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
There you go. I feel, I ain't never really, I'm not finna rhyme none of that shit I first started doing. That shit was, I don't even remember none of that shit. Thank God, bro.
Shit, nigga, where you from?
I'm from Chicago. Yeah. 61st in Bishop, then 73rd. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm in Riverdale and shit, but you know what I'm saying? I'm in this bitch.
Yeah, for sure. Like, shit, you know, like, let me ask you this. Like, what's, like, what or who played the most influence on you growing up?
Like, in general? Like in my life?
General, you know what I'm saying, in your life, you know what I'm saying, like, who played the most influence on you, you know what I'm saying, or what, you know what I'm saying, it ain't even got to be about no music shit, just in general.
Oh, just in general, a big influence on my life, probably my dad, to be completely honest, like, you know what I'm saying, I got a lot of friends who don't really got their fathers in their life for sure, for whatever the case may be type shit. And I would watch him and I could see like whatever he was doing, it was doing for the benefit of the family and like it was the right upstanding thing to do type shit. So it was like I always felt like he was at least a blueprint to how to behave like a functioning member of society basically and shit. So I could say he's one of the big influences on my life basically. My mom too, for sure. Like if she listens, but my mom for sure. But yeah, both my parents basically.
Yeah, Like, okay, like shit, yeah, because I shows in the ass you grew up with a daddy, nigga, what that shit is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, most niggas ain't got that shit, you
Exactly.
know what I'm saying?
It's like, yeah, that's what it'd be like. One of the things I'm grateful for would be like shit to have like two parents and actually, you know what I'm saying, have support. You know what I'm saying, back home and shit. A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah. Now, as far as like the music, you know what I'm saying, what type of musical influences did you know what I'm saying, come up listening to?
Dwayne Michael Carter, bro. I ain't even gonna cap me. Lil Wayne.
Shout out Lil Wayne.
Fucking everybody, Jeezy, T.I., Gucci, Outkast, a little bit of everybody basically. I listened to a whole bunch of different shit. Freddie Gibbs a big influence on my life. Nas, all that shit. All I picked from all them type of people and shit.
Yeah, and you said Gibbs, like shit.
For
It
sure.
said like you don't really hear Gibbs' name too much like that.
Bro, niggas don't really be fucking with Gibbs, bro, and I don't understand why. He been doing his shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite. I don't even want to say he underground no more because it's like, you know what I'm saying, he up here now, like with mainstream type shit or whatever. But
yeah, shit, nigga was nominated for a Grammy last year.
For
you
sure,
know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like shit, I fuck with Gangsta Gibbs. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like shit,
it's
you know,
Babyface Killer, bro.
yeah, like shit. You know, like with that nigga, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know how niggas feeling about him now, cause you know that nigga be on Twitter and all this other shit, be trolling niggas and shit like that.
Yeah, I think he doing that shit on purpose though.
Yeah.
So that shit he just take his stride because it's like this rap shit ain't really gonna be that serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is seeing a whole bunch of different real shit. So it's like I ain't really finna be paying attention to this internet shit.
Right. Yeah, like shit, and that's crazy because like shit, I mainly fuck with the nigga just because he had a little setback, you know what I'm saying, a few years back, you know, when he caught that little situation out in Australia, you know what I'm saying, he had to sit down for
I remember that shit. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. And like shit, you know what I'm saying, when that nigga came back, I forgot what album that was or what mixtape, like, you know, I don't even know the difference between the mixtape and the album no more.
Damn, I want to say that was probably around like Pinata, maybe something like that, because I remember
it
that
was
shit
before
too.
that, I think.
It was before
you know
Pinata?
I think it was that shit that, what that shit was, Letter to Maria or some shit like that on that motherfucker. Like,
Oh, goddamn, probably Pronto or some shit like that.
and like, I don't even remember, but
Yeah.
shit, for that nigga that had to sit down like that, you know what I'm saying, in another country, like, on top of that, nigga.
Yeah,
like,
they ain't fucking around. Like, if they catch you on some other shit, America they can't save you, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
But shit, yeah, you know, like, shit, we been in this bitch for a minute, and, you know, like, I don't really like to do too much talking beforehand, because, you know, I just feel like I'd rather have a raw conversation on air, you know what I'm saying, and, like, we do shit a little different, you know what I'm saying, so shit, you know, like, now, you know, but I'm gonna keep on going with the questions, so, you know, it's just like, shit, by you being on the come up out here, you know what I'm saying, and I don't necessarily like saying up and coming, you know, and maybe a couple weeks ago, I was seeing a motherfucker make a post talking about how the Chicago music scene seemed a little bit dry out here. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get your point of view from that. You know what I'm saying? What you feel about, you know what I'm saying, being a newer artist. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you know what I'm saying, because I think, you dropped your first project I saw on Apple Music, like, what, 2018?
2018.
2018. So, you know, by
Staying
you,
your lane.
yeah, so by you being a newer artist out here, you know what I'm saying, what you feel about the scene going on in Chicago right now?
I mean, I feel like it's a bunch of different, like, sections. Like, it's real sectioned off, and there's not a lot of, like, unity in the city because it's not, like, the last person to really blow up, like, out of the city was, like, Polo G. Like, Dirk and them, they've been on the shit. So, like, that's the last one I could ever really think of. Other than that,
Yeah.
it's either motherfuckers who've been popping in the city and ain't really looking to move forward with it because, like, they feel like they hit their ceiling or whatever type shit, I guess. Or motherfuckers not really that good, to be completely honest.
No, I was
Like,
gonna
I ain't even gonna
ask
lie.
you
A lot of that shit be trash. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I want to support the city, but it's like I don't want to listen to it if I can't enjoy it. So it'd be like a lot of y'all niggas just stop paying for the studio. I ain't even gonna lie. So that's really what it is. That's why it really seemed dry.
Yeah.
And the motherfuckers that can actually get some momentum going to get other motherfuckers popping to become like a collective and shit, they ain't gonna do that shit. Cause they feel like they got a chip on their shoulder because it's like motherfuckers ain't help them get to where they going and shit. So it's like shit, they ain't finna feel an obligation to reach back and try to help other motherfuckers. So shit. That's how I feel about it. So
you feel like it's a little dry because, you know what I'm saying, niggas is making, you know, niggas is not as good as what they think they are. Because, like, I know a lot of the backlash and, you know what I'm saying, some of the things that make people frustrated be like the promoters or the shows and, you know, things of that nature. I feel like that's one of the disputes as well that people be having, especially like when some of these people go out to some of these places and, like, the particular venue don't even be set up for rapping and shit like that. They be having shitty sound systems and, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, as a matter of fact, do you do a lot of performances out here?
I've only done one performance really. I'm just not getting started. I haven't really been booking any shows as of right now.
Yeah.
But I'm looking into that. I'm trying to push my merch. I'm making some merch or whatever.
Oh, word?
I'm trying to do that shit right now. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a whole lot of different things I have to get in order before I start doing performances because that was like a pay-to-play type of thing, and I ain't really trying to start doing too much of that.
Right.
Because I feel like in order for me to elevate and get better, I would have to be invited to some of these places, and they would want to have me be like, you know, we know your music, we want to vibe with you, like type shit. Like we could have people to come out that know your music. You know what I'm saying? I want people to actually sing it, and whoever know it, they want to fuck with it, come through, type shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, the performances would be cool, but as far as I ain't really too pressed about them right now.
Yeah. Okay, and why is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you trying to build your brand, or, you know what I'm saying, like you just don't want to be out here and just get caught up into the shit.
Right. Getting a little too like ahead of myself. I try to keep it like one step at a time. Like I gotta get paperwork in order, trademarking stuff like that. I'm getting all that business stuff in order so that when I am able to go out and like do these shows, I don't have to worry about, you know, somebody stealing my shit and things of that nature trying to fuck me up in the future.
Yeah.
So I'm just laying groundwork right now. So and plus I'm still like, I dropped 2 albums.
Yeah.
I only been out since like 2018, and then we had a whole year of pandemic, so damn near 3 years really, if you really think about it. But yeah, I ain't really tripping. I'm just taking one day at a time, just trying to make sure everything goes right, trying to move correctly instead of just fast.
All right, now let me ask you this, man. Anybody ever tell you favor E40? motherfuckers must have said that shit before. Ooh, motherfucker said shit. Motherfucker.
Hey, hell no. Hey, man, I done heard a whole bunch of shit, bro. I done heard E40. I done heard one of the niggas that used to play for the Steelers, nigga. Who the fuck else? Somebody told me it looked like LL Cool J, bro. Like my feelings was hurt. Cause it was like that nigga had on the goddamn Scully all the way down and shit, and I'm like, damn, bro, he ain't got no beard and shit. I'm like, all right, bro, you talking shit, bro. Yeah. Niggas just be acting dope. You know what I'm saying? They don't respect me, bro, for sure.
Nah, shit, nigga.
E40.
But that's funny though. Like, hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Motherfucking
hey, shit, nigga. Hey, I think I was watching. Hey, shout out that nigga Gotti, because I think I was watching you when you was on Gotti shit, and I was like, this nigga look like E40, like a motherfucker. Hurricane, slurricane ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
But see,
E40. That's a good
but
one.
see, that's what it is. Like, shit, you know, like. You know, just to talk about, like, the frustration with motherfuckers out here, you know what I'm saying? I be like, you know, because, like, you know, I was listening to that shit, and I noticed that you was saying that, you know what I'm saying, you like to be more so to yourself, you know what I'm saying? You like to be in the cut, you know what I'm saying, do your thing, chill, and all that other shit. You ain't necessarily with a lot of the other shit that motherfuckers be doing. So, you know, you don't really strike me as no clout-chasing ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You don't really strike me as no internet ass nigga. It don't seem like you be with a lot of that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, you know, like how, like, does that shit even weigh on you at certain times? Because I know, like your music decent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we played that Rollin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I be fucking with that Understand Me. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure,
Like,
for
and I'm
for
just
sure.
not getting in tune with you. So I ain't finna sit
Yeah.
up here and lie, be like, shit, I fuck with all your shit because I ain't heard it all
Yeah,
yet.
for sure, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But like that Understand Me, you know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, that Cruise Control EP, I was fucking with that shit.
Cruise
in
Control
general.
EP
Yeah.
out now. Go fuck with me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying? So like do some of these things, you know what I'm saying, weigh on you where you feel like you gotta do certain things to compete with the next man, or you know what I'm saying, you just like fuck all that shit. You gonna do this shit the way you wanna do it.
Yeah, I mean it does weigh on me a little bit because it's like you trying to figure out how to break through the noise, basically, because it's everybody out listening and releasing music and shit. So setting yourself apart by just making good music isn't really enough, because it's like if they don't have any like emotional stock in you, they not really gonna be checking for your shit. So being internet is kind of subjective. It depends on what you're using it for. So it'd be like being more active like on Instagram or like TikToks and shit, make a little stupid shit or whatever. It may seem like, you know, I'm just doing it just to be doing it, but it's like I want to become more visible to the public and shit so they can recognize my face, and then I become like a household name so that when I do drop something that catches their ear, they more inclined to go check it out, and then if they like that shit, they gonna go back and listen to everything, and now we having a different conversation about emotional stock in the person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's all about trying to navigate it like that and try to move with that in mind, basically.
Shit, and that's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Cause like shit, you know, you and I, we on the same grind. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, we ain't been doing this pod that long, you know what I'm saying? And like shit, you know, and like this experience over here is a little unique, you know what I'm saying? Because like I know a lot of people that get into like doing podcasts and or just try to do different fields. They tried to do something at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, nigga, I ain't never tried to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
sure.
shit, this is my first attempt at doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like shit. You know, like I just see the pitfalls and the ups and downs, and I notice like how some of these things can be discouraging. You know what I'm saying? And how, you know what I'm saying, it's just like you'll put some shit out and you might feel a certain type of way because you didn't get the expectations that you was looking for.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you go through any of those?
Yes. Every single day. Every single day. Cause
And what's that like?
it's rough, but you gotta kinda weigh the good with the bad, because it's like you look at it as I haven't been here that long, so they don't really know me yet. They don't really know that I trying to do this for real, as opposed to you doing it for maybe 10, 15 years, maybe 20 years, and they still ain't giving you no play type shit. That's when you gonna feel even worse. But so I feel bad in a moment, but I just try not to dwell on it, because it's like I don't want it to discourage me to try to stop. I'm not gonna stop. A lot of people, every time people come up to me and they hear my music first, they're like, yo, no, I really fuck with this shit. Like, they'll have one or two songs that they fuck with, whatever, and I'm like, that's more than enough for me, bro, because it's like, shit, you ain't got to listen to none of them type shit. So I'm grateful for everybody who play my shit, even if it's a couple songs that they like type shit.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it.
Yeah. So shit, nigga, do that shit even matter to you though? You know what I'm saying? Like shit, you know, cause like the way I look at shit, I do this because I genuinely fuck with this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this something I'm interested in. I fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like pretty much opinions and all the other shit, because everybody always got their 2 cents. They want to weigh in on some shit. They want to make suggestions and shit. But normally those come from the motherfuckers who ain't doing shit at all.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That want to tell you this and that. You know what I'm saying? So how much does a motherfucker opinion actually weigh in on your shit? Or how, at times, when do you be like, nigga, fuck this shit? Like, I'm finna do this shit the way I want to do it. I don't give a fuck about nothing else nobody got to say. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to focus on the people who fuck with me, and we going to leave it at that and build from there.
Yeah, that's how I really go into it. Like, the only thing I really take into consideration about other people's opinions is like the quality of the music. like the sound, is it mixed well, things of that nature. Like the content itself, I'm the shit. So it's like it don't even really matter what they think about. It may be not my best verse. You know what I mean? I could have done better on said beat or whatever. Maybe the beat I ain't really do what I was supposed to do type shit. But as far as overall, I have no doubt in my skill set. So it's like that if they don't really like me for that, then that's just what it is. So I ain't really trying to make nobody I ain't finna make nobody fuck with me. Like if you fuck with me, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. I ain't gonna pressure you.
Yeah. So what makes motherfucking music not good to you? You know what I'm saying? Like shit, what's the details that you look for a good artist?
Breath control, like I said, is it mixed? Like, does it sound choppy? Is it displeasing to my ear? Like, you could talk about whatever the fuck you want. You could talk about absolutely nothing. I like a whole bunch of trash shit too. But the motherfucker booming out the speakers though, so it's like I can't help but not dance. You feel me?
You gotta go back to that. What you mean you like a whole bunch of trash shit? Because if you like it, it can't be trash. So
look, this is what I'm saying though. Like trash, as in like I wouldn't play it in front of other people. Like seriously. Yeah, like you got certain artists, that you motherfucker you play at the party or whatever, and motherfuckers is cool. Like Lil Baby, if you let Lil Baby just play in the background, niggas ain't gonna say nothing. But if I play this fucking little TikTok song that's been on this motherfucker and for the little 15 seconds part, cause I fuck with that shit, niggas like, why the fuck are you playing this shit? That's what I mean by the trash shit. But if it's booming and if I like it, then it's like it's not trash to me, but. I'm not gonna share it with the world. It's just gonna be my little guilty pleasure type shit. Yeah. So, but yeah, just the quality of the music makes sure like and if you on beat, like motherfuckers be off beat, sounded scratchy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's done at a baby shit like it was some quick shit and it wasn't taken care of. So it's just like nah, that shit have turned me off, bro.
All right, so shit, who you do this shit for?
Or rap shit for?
Nah, like shit, why you even do what you do? You know what I'm saying? Like who you doing it for? You doing it for your niggas? You doing it for your family? Like shit, you doing this shit for some money or do you want the fame? Like what you do this for? You know what I'm saying? What's your motivation behind this shit?
I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for me. Because I've been thinking about this shit since I was a shorty. So this is me actually taking the steps to actually complete something that I set my mind to, because the alternative is doing nothing and then just feeling like a failure and type shit. Like I would rather say I went out and did and such happened, or as opposed to I wish I would have or I should have done type shit. Yeah. So it's like I'd rather do it and fail than to just not do it and just be like, damn, what if type shit.
Right.
So fuck that. So yeah, I'm doing it for me, but also I'm doing it for my people because I'm trying to help like all my people put in different opportunities and different positions so that they can venture off and do the shit that they want to do and make the money that how they want to make it type shit and how they know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Alright, shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? A couple weeks ago, me and this nigga Joe, we was in this motherfucker and we was talking about No Limit Cairo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you familiar with that situation.
I've been seeing the clips. That nigga was like, that nigga ain't that bro ain't been to Egypt yet? Ain't that him?
Yeah. That's exactly who that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you know, in that interview, he was talking about how G Herbo and Bibby, they weren't doing shit for the gas. Like, you know what I'm saying? How obligated do you feel towards the guys that you fuck with, you know what I'm saying, to make sure they good, you know what I'm saying, or even just family or anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what you feel about that situation?
I don't really feel obligated, but I feel like, you know, they've shown me support since day one, and as you can see, I got they shooting for me and shit, shooting a little B-roll for me and shit for my vlogs and shit, so they helping me do things so that I don't have to worry about doing it also. So yeah, when we get into position, like once I get in a position and I'm able to, you know what I'm saying, quarterback a whole bunch of different shit, we could talk about that and we could get it going type shit. And however they want to move and however they want to do it, that's gonna be on them. And I'm gonna let them do that shit. But I'm not gonna give them. I'm not gonna give them money. Give them opportunities that I know that they're gonna be able to strive well in type shit.
Right.
This is your field. You can fuck with this. I know you. You like doing this, that, and the third. This is how you gonna make money doing all this shit. So every day you going to work, it's not feeling like you're going to work because you're doing the shit that you fuck with.
Right.
And your morale is gonna be up, going to make your bread.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how we gonna do that.
Yeah, shit, since you got started, shit, you done had to cut some niggas off, or, you know what I'm saying, like, you done had some hating shit going on, or...
Of course, man, of course.
Yeah,
man.
shit, how you deal with those type of situations, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, shit, you just gotta deal with them how, I mean, I just don't get no energy to it. Like, I internalize a lot of feelings, like, in the moment when I'm going through shit or whatever, because I don't want to, I want to process my feelings type shit. And then however I'm feeling, I go in the booth. And if I write about it and I got some shit out of it, then I'm going to lay that shit down and I'm going to just let it go. And then once it's done and it's out, I feel nothing now. Because it's like I got my healthy outlet out. So now everything that I felt in that moment is on wax. And it's like if I'm feeling the way, I could listen to that all a bunch of times till I feel better. And then, you know what I'm saying, we got it on the next thing type shit. But of course, you know, people get into this and like they don't see the results that they would like to see for whatever reason. And they feel like they want to take it out on somebody else because they see certain potential in them that they feel like it's too late for them to be able to achieve. And now they want to throw that negative energy on you because they're resentful and they mad because they still stuck in the same place that they've been while you just getting started and you starting to see a little bit of momentum. So it's like you got to cut that shit off at the head. You can't have that shit around you because that shit is going to break you down and that shit is going to fuck with your mental and you can't have that shit. I can't have that shit. So, yeah.
So niggas to see you trying to do some shit, then they get the hate in there, motherfucker, because they feel like they supposed to be in your shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's like I done seen motherfuckers have ample opportunity to go do what they had to do, G, and I seen them puss out like part of my fridge, but nigga, like
shit, nigga, you curse, you nigga, you been hearing me talk, motherfucker.
like niggas being straight up bitch, like I watched you just give up an opportunity because you were scared. So it's like I ain't really fucking with that. Like I'm scared, I be scared and shit, but it's like I cut that shit off and I just go do it. You feel me?
Like, it's crazy. You say motherfuckers be scared, you know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to my brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, me and this nigga, we was having a conversation one day, and I was like, a lot of motherfuckers never succeed with the shit that they trying to do because they scared of the failure. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll cut everything off. Like, motherfuckers start some shit and then stop doing some shit just because they feel, they smell or they see or they feel that failure around the corner because, you know, back to what we were saying earlier, like they ain't seen the results that they thought they was gonna get. You know what I'm saying? And not really understanding that this shit come with a fucking grind. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, like, nigga, this shit come with work. Like, most motherfuckers feel like, shit, nigga, I you know what I'm saying, I do some shit, I get it going, and, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna have motherfuckers come and fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, how many niggas feel like they could rap, but then the first time you go to the studio and you hear your voice, you know what I'm saying? And you be like, damn, nigga, I don't like my voice. Like, motherfucker, some shit like that.
That was my first time in the studio, bro. I was like, I wasn't really feeling that shit at all. I was not comfortable at all, bro. Like, but I was just a little shorty, though. But yeah, man, niggas just want to see, they scared of the failure. And it's like, you could be scared of the failure, but you can't let it, like, scare you off, like, the path, bro. Like, you can't tuck your tail and just be like, well, I was probably just going to fail anyway, so shit, I might as well just stop right now while I'm ahead and just go ahead and do such and such. Like, no, stop being a little bitch. It's like, if you do that, then it's like you never wanted it in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, I live with this shit every day. Like, nigga, this shit cannot work. But it's like, that's like 5% of my thoughts. Like, all the other 95%, bro, is nigga. Fuck that. We got this shit. Like I'm doing this shit, and I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say.
Yeah.
Cause my shit is legit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas out here got false confidence because they homies telling them that they just shit like, nah, nigga, your shit is whack, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Shit, nigga. It's a lot of motherfuckers out here with false everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, nigga, we live in a weird-ass world that's led by social media. You know what I'm saying? We got bitches with fake bodies. Shit, it's probably niggas out here with fake bodies, but we ain't gonna talk about that today. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of fake shit going on, a lot of fraudulent shit going on.
For sure.
And everybody living in this motherfucking alternative universe, you know what I'm saying, on the internet, you know what I'm saying? But like, shit, how many of them motherfuckers you see and you be like, nigga, you don't really live like that for real. I know you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you ain't really living like that. And then, like, the funny thing about entertainment is, you know what I'm saying, like, it's kind of like everybody got to put on the facade. Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying, have that whole fake it till you make it type of concept. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. So, you know, I think I asked you that earlier, like, you ever feel like you fall victim to that or pressure or, like, just even like the Rollin video, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me ask you about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what made you or made y'all decide that y'all want to put the Nerf guns in that motherfucker instead of using real guns? What that decision was about?
All right, so look, it was basically like like all them gun bars, the shit that I be using, is like, yeah, they sound cool, but it's like I ain't shooting nobody. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't that type of nigga. But it's like it sound good, and I know like how to them type of beats, I could kill that shit. So that shit be cap. So I was like, I already know that it's cap. So it wouldn't make sense for me to have real straps in there because it's like I ain't gonna be using them anyway. And then, you know what I'm saying, somebody get in trouble because, you know what I'm saying, some legal shit happening. Like now I'm tied into it for some So right. I was like, well, if I can't have real guns, I can't use real guns as props, but I can use fake guns as props. So I was just like, fuck it, we just finna go get some big ass Nerf guns and just shoot them motherfuckers all in the motherfucking video type shit. Yeah. So like, yeah, it's hard, but it's like you gotta look at the video and then niggas be like, are these niggas shooting Nerf guns around this motherfucker? And right. It's gonna make people be intrigued, and then they gonna send it to their friends like, nigga, look at these niggas with the Nerf guns in the videos and shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll be like, man, that shit be crazy because, like, shit, you know, you got all these niggas out here, you know, like a PGF nuke. Like, shit, nigga, I watch some of that little nigga videos. Like, that nigga got the most guns in this motherfucking videos I done ever seen any nigga have in their videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. And, you know, he a nigga that's on the come up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just like, nigga, like, the fascination. Like, it's just like, why do you feel like motherfucking rap niggas gotta always maintain that keep it real ass shit? You know what I'm saying? Like what?
A lot of them niggas really be street niggas, to be honest. They be them little kids that be running around the neighborhood really shoot motherfuckers. They just be having access to a studio and the camera. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just be a lot of them. That's why them niggas be getting shot like that. They into some real shit, and they really dissing real motherfuckers. Like, niggas, there ain't no fucking games out here type shit. That's be them type of niggas. Yeah. So that's why they feel like they have to put the guns and shit in there, because they trying to show their ops like, nigga, we ain't pussy over here type shit. So I get it, but I don't agree with it. But again, who am I? I ain't on shit anyway.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Like shit. So nigga, you know, you strike me as one of them niggas who, you know what I'm saying, you more so about, are you about the longevity side of this shit? You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, like what's your end goal? You know what I'm saying? Like with this.
My dad actually told me yesterday, he was like, do you want to be a businessman that just happens to rap, or do you just want to be like, do you just want to be famous type shit? So, yeah, it's about longevity. I know right now, I'm not getting the attention that I'm seeking for, or like the results that I'm looking for, like numbers wise, with the eyes on in the ears on my music type shit. But I'm not really worried about that right now. I just know I gotta stay consistent with dropping music and keeping my name in circulation type shit. Working on this new album I'm trying to shoot some more videos, getting more content, shooting vlogs and shit. So I'm doing all this shit, plus trying to push my merch. I'm trying to start that up in a little bit. That's coming soon. You know what I'm saying? OVA recording. You know what I'm saying? Overcome adversity. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. But yeah, it's all about longevity, and I'm staying the course, like one day at a time, moving correctly, not fast.
Right.
You feel me?
Now, like, see, you know, and then, you know, just so I could reiterate, you know what I'm saying, when I say about longevity, you know what I'm saying, like, what I actually mean by that is, you know, like, certain niggas got certain paths in life, you know what I'm saying, and I feel like, you know, at a certain point, you know, you gotta, you know, decide what it is that you actually want. And this ain't me giving you no advice and none of that shit, because who am I to give you advice? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just me talking in general, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to this shit, it's just like, you know, like, you have full control over, you know what I'm saying, your motherfucking life. And this for anybody out here who watching, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck what it is that you got going on. If your ass making cakes, if your ass selling plates, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, your ass out here personal training, got niggas lifting weights. That's why, you know what I'm saying? I should put that somewhere. But nah, for real, though. It's just like, shit, nigga, this shit come with a grind, as I said earlier, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, I don't get caught up in, you know what I'm saying, what the next nigga doing, because what the next nigga doing may not be for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you said, right now, you focus on getting your business right. You know what I'm saying? You focus on getting these products, and you focusing on pushing that shit and getting that shit together, and then on top of that, you making music, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's the thing. It's just like, you know, if you feel like you supposed to be having X amount of listeners or followers or anything of that nature, don't focus on that shit, bro. Just keep on grinding, because at the end of the day, you got to be consistent. And like nowadays, you know what I'm saying, it's all about that content. It's multiple ways for you to get it. It's just like, shit, you know what I'm saying? You could flip-flop between Instagram, you can go to Facebook, you can fuck with Patreon, you can fuck with TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, it's so many goddamn avenues for a motherfucker to make an opportunity for themselves, and it's so many different platforms. It's just like, shit, you can get an audience over here, there, and everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But shit, at the end of the day, it's about how much work that you put into it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, and just to be honest, bro, a lot of niggas just lazy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah.
Like, a lot of niggas just lazy, bro.
I'm one of them. I ain't gonna count.
Yeah,
I'm one of them.
We all is.
But
like, the average person is a procrastinator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I be pushing through that shit. I've been getting better at it. You know what I'm saying? I used to be really, really fucked, but now I'm really pushing for it. I'm like, I keep my shit tight now.
Yeah. Shit, nigga, you know, like, but, you know, like, you know, you still got a balanced life and everything else, you know what I'm saying? And I know this shit come with its ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? And, like, we human and we men, and, you know what I'm saying? I know it might be a little taboo for men to talk about their feelings and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you know, has it ever been a point in time in your life that you was dealing with, like, some stress or, you know what I'm saying, some mental health shit? And if so, you know what I'm saying, how do you cope with those things?
I deal with that shit all the time. But it's just usually day-to-day things. I usually cope with it. I be high all the time, so it'd be like I be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, I play a lot of Call of Duty, so it'd be like I don't dwell on the shit that makes me upset. It's either, unless I have like a solution for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I don't have a solution for it, I'm not gonna dwell on it. I deal with it as it comes up. So, doing like that, and also I'm in the studio a lot, just thinking of writing, whatever. Like, if I feel like I got some bars that can express how I'm feeling, I'll write them down. You know what I'm saying? May just sit on them for whenever I find the right beat type shit. But shit like that, that's how I really cope with it. And but so far I've been decent. So shit. Yeah. I've been in the studio getting all that shit out, been a healthy way and not, you know what I'm saying, in a negative manner. So that's something.
Hey, you say you be on that duty. You a PS5 or an Xbox nigga?
Damn, you gonna put me out like this, bro?
Yeah, shit. What you playing?
PlayStation 4.
Alright, shit, nigga, it's still good, nigga.
You gonna put me out like this, bro?
Shit, nigga, I got a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Got the PS5s on deck, like shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, every time they try to release them joints, them bitches is out like 0.5 seconds.
Like, shit, if you
done.
need one, holla at me, 600 Eve, and I get you one. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know, like, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I went and grabbed me one. But it's cool, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean shit. Like, shit, it's PS4, PS5.
For
like,
sure.
But shit, a game is a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, that's why I be like, shit, nigga, like, do you, like, how you, like, all right. Cause like shit, nigga, the rap starter kit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, nigga, how you feel about that shit? We all know what the rap starter.
The rap starter kit. What's the rap starter kit?
The rap starter kit. You know what I'm saying? A little gun, a little designer, and some money, and a little hoe or something. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, what you feel about that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, to each his own. I mean, if that's what you feel like you need to do, then that's cool. But it's usually the motherfuckers whose music ain't really that great, in my natural opinion. But sometimes you have them odd ones that they music match that shit too. So it'd be like shit. It depends on how you go.
But see, that should be crazy because like you going against the times, and you know what I'm saying. Motherfuckers' attention spans is different. And then on top of that, like motherfuckers be out here, they just want to like bitches want to shake their ass, and some of these niggas probably want to shake their ass too, like shit, you know. But like motherfuckers just want to have fun, like and niggas who be like, nigga, we don't want to hear all that shit, cause like motherfuckers really don't be about that thinking shit, or that introspective ass shit, unless you know what I'm saying. You got to, cause there's a lot of emo ass rap. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. But, you know what I'm saying, I'll be like, nigga, it's room for everybody because, like, you know, like I said, you look like E40. But, like, shit, it's a lot of niggas out here like E40. Like, shit, E40 been out here doing this shit. Motherfucker, you got niggas like Too Short. You got niggas like motherfucking Currency. Like,
Currency,
shit, nigga,
come on, bro. Currency,
like,
that's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I fuck with Hospital, you know what I'm saying? Currency, like, shit, nigga. Like, but, like, you got niggas like nigga, motherfucker Wiz Khalifa.
Come on.
Like, this nigga, motherfucker was, what, 45 million on the Forbes list? You know what I'm saying?
That nigga's a fucking superstar. That nigga just, he literally don't even have to put out no music for the rest of his life.
Yeah. Like, shit, this nigga Wiz, 45 million on the motherfucking Forbes list, and I'm pretty sure a lot of niggas like, how? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you don't hear none of his nigga songs on the radio.
He got all the businesses. He got the fucking hot box. He got all this other shit, bro. Niggas is selling weed. Nigga, that Khalifa Kush been selling out, nigga, for years.
Yeah.
What you mean? The nigga, he sell weed.
Yeah. It's just like shit. Yeah, for real. He sell weed. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? It be like a lot of motherfuckers follow trends and shit, and it's only so far you can go with this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was asking you, like, what's your purpose, or, you know, what you do this shit for? Because, you know what I'm saying, it be niggas, you know what I'm saying, who they rather be the household name, which is nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should strive for the best and do the best of your abilities, but I'd be like, it'd be so much shit that come with this shit. That's why I'd be surprised. And as we said when we had Fo Solid on here, shout out that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I was saying, like, I still be surprised when I see a lot of these niggas coming up and they don't be having YouTube channels. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like, you know, you'll shoot the video with the cameraman and put it on this channel because he might have the followers and that shit gonna get them views, but at the same time, he gonna get that revenue. You know what I'm saying? I feel like shit, motherfuckers need to go out here and invest in themselves and bet on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shit, you know, I see how this shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I was talking to my brother. That nigga was telling me, like, you know, like, shit, nigga, it's just like, nigga, if you ain't got the money, if you ain't got the motherfucking looks, or you ain't got the personality, you might as well forget this shit.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, shit, you know, when it comes, especially in entertainment, because, like, this shit, you know, is all about popularity, like high school.
You have to be marketable.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody out here marketing themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see them Kardashians.
It is way easier now because it's like, nigga, you don't really have to hide who you truly are. If you're a weed smoker, they can market you still.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, and look, don't get me wrong, I'm still figuring this shit out myself. But shit, nigga, I be like, one thing I don't want to be, you know, that's always been my thing. I ain't want to be the local nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, nigga, I'm thinking worldly, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, like, my focus is more so on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And I know motherfuckers be like, you got to get outside and pop out and do these shows and shit, but it's just like, why I got to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, when the last time you seen some of these niggas that actually got to a certain point, because I don't believe in saying level either, because I don't feel like no nigga is on a different level than me. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is just at a different point in life. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in the power of words and manifestation and shit like that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like shit. You know, ain't no such thing as a nigga is on a different level than you, because like nigga, ain't no nigga no different than you. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, it's just like a nigga is just at a different point in life than what you are. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like that shit could change in a matter of moments, in a matter of days, or even years. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case is. It's just about the focus.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you really in it for this independent grind, or, you know what I'm saying, at some point in time, would you just be like, you know, you looking for like a major label, or, you know what I'm saying, some type of other financial backing to step into play for you?
Independent. I need all my rights to everything. I need to have everything. I need to have all that business straight. Do all of that. A major label is not really on my mind right now, because I don't know what that is. Like, I know I can look at other people's mistakes and even positive things that they done and shit. I could look at them and determine from that. But until I actually get into the room, I wouldn't know what to do. So I know I'm not even at that point of my life to be able to be in that room and have everything go right for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the lingo. I don't know the jargon. I don't got the funds. I don't, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like, nah, I'm not doing that, because niggas be getting advances and shit. And then when they don't recoup, you know what I'm saying, niggas be fucked off for the rest of their life. And it's like, I'm not going out like that. I've seen that shit happen way too many fucking times for me to fucking just run in the same fucking trap. That's a lot of niggas. That shit be tweaking me out. Niggas be running to the same fucking trap they the same 70 niggas do.
And that shit be funny. Like, bro, like, shit, nigga, we done seen motherfucking goddamn.
Because they need the check, and they like, man, I need the check. I need to get my mom. I need to do this, that, and the third. And it's like, it's cool, but it's like, nigga, do you want her to keep the new house, nigga? Or you just want her to move for a couple years and then have to, you know what I'm saying, move back?
And that shit funny, man, because we've been seeing this shit since, man, forever. Motown, motherfucker.
Come on, son. Like,
shit,
motherfucker.
The Jackson 5 probably went through this shit. Motherfucking TLC, shit. Goddamn, everybody be getting fucked. Bruh. Like, shit, we was just talking about NBA Youngboy. That motherfucker gets $16 million a year off his YouTube channel and don't get none of this shit. All that shit go to Atlantic. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you know, most of this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, he don't get the bulk of that shit.
Exactly.
Like that nigga be trending on that.
But
bitch.
He was in the trenches and was like, I need to get the fuck out of here, because these niggas is trying to kill me. I'm not fucking around. So in that instance, I get it, because this nigga's still up. Like, whatever other business he's doing, but outside the YouTube is amazing. I don't know how the fuck he's doing it. Yeah. He probably gonna get that YouTube back at a certain point. But yeah, that nigga, the kids love that nigga, bro. Hey, that nigga's never finna flop, bro. I ain't even go cap.
Shit, so how you feel about, you know what I'm saying, niggas picking sides when it come to this music shit? You know what I'm saying? Since we talking about Youngboy, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you got niggas out here fucking with Dirt. You got niggas out here that's fucking with Youngboy.
Oh, like regular people, like who don't want to be.
I'm talking about these artists. You know what I'm saying?
Artists.
Like, how do you feel about artists that's out here picking sides and shit?
Ain't really my thing. You know what I'm saying? But some people feel like they have to confess their loyalty to some things, because, like, you know, one may be like the breadwinner, they may be in a certain position because of another person or whatever, and they don't really want to ruin their relationship or whatever. But I mean, it don't make me no difference. I just fuck with the music, so
right.
I don't really be paying attention to all that shit. Like,
yeah. Like shit, while we talking about picking sides, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, it's been a minute. Like, shit, what, this episode 70, I think? 70 episodes in, you know what I'm saying? And, like, shit, we took a couple weeks off, you know what I'm saying? But during the process of this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody done seen Will Smith slap shit out of Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying, at the fucking Oscars or whatever the fuck that shit was, you know what I'm saying? And, like, when it come to that type of shit, you know, like, first of all, let me ask you that. Like, you know, everything done transpired and all the details done came out, so we ain't got to dig too deep into that. But like shit, you know, what you feel about that nigga slapping?
Damn, bro. That's my guy, man. When it first happened, I was like, yeah, cause that nigga Chris Rock, it's a clip going around him with a bunch of like white comedians and shit, and like two of them saying nigga, bro, and like it's Jerry Seinfeld there, and he's like, y'all weird, like y'all shouldn't be saying the N word, and you shouldn't be like cool with this.
Oh, you talking about when Louis C.K. was
hell yeah, bro, and bro, that shit. I seen that shit like 3 years ago,
right.
And ain't nobody said shit. Then when that nigga slapped her shit, that shit popped right back the fuck up, and I was like, yup, that's what the fuck I thought. So like in the moment, I was like, yeah, smack that nigga. But now everything transpired and shit is like, okay. I don't agree. I don't agree with how he did it.
Yeah.
Like it's funny to look at because like yeah, that nigga should have got slapped for doing that stupid shit, but not on stage like that, bro. But
like, it's funny you say that because like shit, that nigga Louis C.K. he won a fucking Oscar that same night, or whatever
like,
it was. You know what I'm saying, for a fucking comedian album of the year, whatever the case
fuck
was.
Out of here, nigga. Fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, but like shit, you know, as far as that shit is concerned, because like I said, you know, it goes to the whole pick and sass shit. That's why I even bring this shit up. You know what I'm saying? It go to the pick and sass shit. So it's just like the way I look at it, you know, and then it's funny because like Jada came out and said that nigga Will was overreacting.
These are grown ass people, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, these niggas is grown, bro. Like these are functioning adults. They, you know what I'm saying? Like they should be able to handle this in a better way.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But hindsight is 2020. So I ain't here to blame the next man about nothing because I ain't perfect either. So
yeah. I mean, shit, you know, motherfuckers getting their feelings, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, motherfuckers be quick to react and things of that nature. That's why I'm speaking on that shit now, you know? Like I said, we was talking about motherfuckers picking sass, NBA Youngboy and Dirk and all this other shit and all the rapper niggas and all that. But it's just like, that's how life goes, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, for every motherfucking action, there's a reaction. And you can't fault a motherfucker for reacting a certain way, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be real life niggas out here dick riding, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be doing all types of shit, you know what I'm saying, to get on the good side of the person or whatever the case is. Yeah. But, you know, it's just like, nigga, you know, when you trying to do certain things, like, of course, Will Smith and whoever else, them niggas, they good. They ain't worried about shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when you a nigga and you trying to do something, you got to think about how you react when it come to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, shit, you know, I'm pretty much just talking about niggas and they pride now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just like niggas got pride like a motherfucker out here. You know what I'm saying? Like I was on this bitch talking about how like, you know, it's just like, see, like nigga, you know, like I don't know how old you is, but like shit, nigga.
27.
You 27. I got a few years on you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, nigga, at this point in time in my life, I don't give a fuck about no nigga. I don't give a fuck about no bitch. For sure. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't give a fuck about my pride no more either. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, shit, nigga, it used to be times, motherfucker, like I said, you know, you pull up to the gas station, motherfucker looking at you, you be like, nigga, the fuck you looking at?
So.
You know what I'm saying? I don't be like that no more now. You know what I'm saying? Because I got other shit to live for. I don't know if you got kids or nothing like that.
Absolutely not.
Oh, my nigga, what you doing out here?
What the fuck you mean? What about doing out here?
What you doing out here?
Nigga,
like,
nigga,
what you doing?
I got a business to run here. I ain't got time for that shit.
No. And when I say that, and I ain't saying like why you ain't got no kids out here. Nah, what I'm saying is the fact that you don't have no kids out here, nigga. Why you playing? Like shit, nigga, motherfucker, like nigga, I wish I ain't had no motherfucking kids, bro. Like, and my kids young, bro. Like shit, nigga, like, bro, like shit, nigga, my daughter finna be 3. You know what I'm saying? And then my little baby finna be 1 the month after that. Shit, nigga. So I'm like, I got little bitty ass babies. And I'm trying to run some shit and do some shit. I gotta make sure my girl's straight. I gotta deal with all that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I be wishing I still had the freedom. Now, that be the one thing I be like, shit, nigga, I should have started doing this shit before I even started fucking with her ass. Because it's just like, shit, now, like, nigga, I'm on daddy duty type shit.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm like, shit, nigga, I be jealous of motherfuckers who ain't got no kids or they kids is grown. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of in a weird spot because, like, I got to find that balance. So it's just like, shit, nigga, like, back to earlier what we was talking about. It's just like, I feel like a lot of motherfuckers be getting mad because, like, niggas don't want to spend no bread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't want to spend no money, and it take money to make money. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing we always learn. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of that shit got to do with motherfuckers feeling like somebody always trying to get over on them. Or they feel like, shit, like if motherfucker tell you $45, $50 for shit, or, you know what I'm saying, 100, 200 and shit, 1,000, 1,500 or whatever the kid, motherfucker be like, 45? Like shit, you know what I'm saying? Niggas hear that money and they don't want to spend that bread, but then it be like, I feel like a lot of the times that be the difference between certain people and other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on real quick. Yeah, what up, brother? Shit, hit the door for me, brother. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, I feel like that be the difference between a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Because especially, like, if you talk about you want to do that independent shit, and once again, this in general, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to spend that bread. You got to figure out a way to get that bread, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got time to procrastinate and play because, like, shit, nigga, you got to make these videos. You got to go to the studio. You got to record. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the logos. You got to get the LLC. You know what I'm saying? And all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a trademark and shit. All that shit that come with it. You know what I'm saying? But then also you still got to create. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need time to do that. But, like, shit, if you in between, you know what I'm saying, making all these other decisions and on top of that juggling family, or whatever other personal situations or anything, or a bitch, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you still got to make that time, and that shit could be draining. So, therefore, you know, like, when it come to that type of shit, bro, like, it's just like, what is there to be done?
Overcome adversity. I mean, that's just what I do. Like, that's how I rationalize all this shit. Like, all that shit that you saying that'll overwhelm a person and try to discourage them and shit. This shit overcome adversity.
All right. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about Outkast. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you got the vlog. You know what I'm saying? And it's what? Road to Outkast, right?
Road to Outkast, yep.
You know what I'm saying?
2. I
Like,
just
so,
put that shit out. What's good, sir?
yeah, so explain that to me. You know what I'm saying? What's Road to Outkast?
Road to Outkast is just a bunch of vlogs in the making of me making an album, a bunch of different things that I'm doing in preparation of trying to get shit done.
The bottom.
Like studio sessions and shit. Certain interviews. I put the one with Gotti up there. Yeah, just trying like day to day, trying to get my face out there, trying to become a more recognizable face type shit. Showing the process of how I go through beats and how I'm in the studio type shit.
Yeah.
So leading up to whenever I get ready to, when I have a full project and then I'm ready to release it, then you know what I'm saying, just behind the scenes type shit.
Sure. What's Outkast though? Why the name selection?
Outkast. I picked that title because I feel like I want to showcase how you know, my life has like never really been like, I ain't really trying to say like I was never like popular or whatever. Like, that's cool. I ain't really give a fuck about being popular, but I never really had like a lot of like friends and shit. I've always had like 2 or 3 tight shit. Always been a tight circle type shit. Always been to myself. Always been on the outside looking in type shit. Like looking how other people react to each other and shit. And since like they didn't really think that much of me to try to keep like secrets from me or whatever, so it'd be like I see how they treat like they friends and shit or whatever, like a fly on the wall type shit. And I'm like, this is what it's like to be quote unquote popular. Like motherfuckers like snaking you behind your back and then smiling in your face type shit. And I'm like, shit, I don't want no parts of that shit. I'm cool. So it was like I always felt like outcasted in like certain certain beliefs or like certain takes that I have is like way left of like the general consensus most times. So it'd be like shit. I'm always the one on the island. Just be like, I feel like this, and everybody else don't. I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm chilling right here.
Right. Shit, nigga, I don't fault you for that. You know what I'm saying?
I've died on a lot of hills in my day.
Nah, like shit, nigga, you died on a lot of hills. Man.
For sure. Like a lot of opinions, like motherfuckers be like, oh, I don't agree with that. And it's like, well, if I'm just by myself, that's cool.
I mean, like, shit, nigga, that's part of the reason why this shit opinion hated, nigga. Because, like, shit, nigga, like, what's your sign, nigga?
I'm a Pisces.
Man, my brother a Pisces, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, and y'all niggas like dreamers, and y'all like money and shit like that, and y'all kind of be, shit, to the point where y'all try different things. Like, I'm surprised, nigga, like, you ain't never thought about, you know what I'm saying, doing no motherfucking engineering shit, like, you know what I'm saying, recording yourself. I'm surprised you ain't never thought about, like, motherfucking shooting videos, because he be like, nigga, with this internet shit, and, like, you know, like, nah, it's just like, nigga, sometimes, like you said, down the hill, and that shit got so many different meanings. It's just like, you know, especially, like, when you trying to get somewhere, and you got a goal, and then, like, you relying on people, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes those can lead to disappointments. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? It's like my nigga Joe always tell me, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody ever gonna believe in your dream more than you.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, shit, nigga, you know, it's just like sometimes you just gotta, you know what I'm saying, put that shit in your own hands and take control. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, shit, nigga, it get to a point where you be like, shit, nigga, you want certain things, or you want the help, or you feel like you might need the time, might not have the time, but then you just got to realize, like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this shit ain't going to move unless I get it moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, nigga, if I ain't being consistent, ain't nobody else going to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't do this, if I don't do that, if I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, nigga, like, how much of a leader do you feel like you are? And that's a question, you know what I'm saying? They ain't no hypothetical. Like, you know, like, do you feel like you built for this shit that you setting out to do?
How much of a leader? Not really. I'm not not saying I'm not built for it, but this is my first time actually taking on the role head on and be like, all right, this is my shit. I'm leading this. I'm doing it how I want it to be done, and everyone who's here to help me, everybody's here to respect each other. Be like, we're gonna, all right, boom, you do this, you do that. Everybody play their part type shit, and then as a collective, we can, because the more the merrier, I feel like, when it comes to trying to do shit like that. So, I ain't even gonna lie to you, I'm high as shit right now, bro. Yeah. And I was answering the question. Oh, how much of a leader? Okay, all right, bet. Yeah.
Ain't no pressure, nigga.
Hey, but yeah, no, I usually...
Like, you know how many motherfucking questions I done skipped past, nigga? Come on, nigga. Like, this ain't nothing, nigga. It's opinionated, nigga. We do shit like this on this shit, nigga. Hey, like, look, let me tell you this, and, like, let this be a reminder for any motherfucker be listening. Like, nigga, ain't no such thing as perfection. Like, nigga, it's whatever when you come up here, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead, continue, bro.
Oh, okay, but yeah, no. Usually, I wasn't usually the leader. I would always usually be like second in command, because it's like the leader. I feel like the leader always had to sacrifice or like hold back for the sake of the collective. And before I understood what it meant to do that, I was kind of like resentful of that role, because it'd be like, nah, let me just play the background. I'll be second in command, because like I could do whatever the fuck I want, and as long as I put on my numbers, then shit, niggas can get mad at me type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like living like that for a while, and then seeing it's like now you're in control is different, because it's you don't have anything to fall back. You don't have anything to blame. This is everything that you said that you wanted to do and how you wanted to do it. So everything's going to have to fall on you at the end of the day. And you just have to realize, you have to be ready to, like, accept that in your heart of hearts. Like, if this shit crashes, it's on me, and I'm going to have to eat it regardless. Or if this shit is successful, it's because of me and the people who helped me along the way type shit. So as long as you know what it is and you accept the consequences, good or bad, then it's like, shit, do what you got to do. That's how I feel about it.
Bruh. All right, let me ask you this. You know what I'm saying? 2 things you can't live without.
2 things I can't live without. Oxygen and water.
Oxygen and water.
Yeah.
Except that H2O. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, nigga, if you met a genie and they gave you 3 wishes, what would your 3 wishes be?
What my 3 wishes be?
And look, and I'm asking you this because you said you was high. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm asking you this shit now. I'm finna fuck
Because
you
you
up
know
with
you
this
finna
shit.
give me the thinking. All right, hold on. All right. What are my 3 wishes? If I had a genie and they gave me 3 wishes, first wish off rip. That's a
It
tough
could be
one.
anything in the world.
That's
It
crazy.
don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
It could be anything.
Anything in the world. You know what I'm saying? 3 wishes. You know what I'm saying? What's the 3 things you gonna wish
All right,
for?
well, if that's gonna be the case, I ain't even gonna fight it, bro. I need a bill off rip. Just give me a fat bill. A flat bill, I'm cool with that. Fat $1 billion. And then what's the next thing I'm gonna wish for? I'm gonna ask for a motherfucking life on the moon.
Life on
Like
the
be
moon.
like, you know what I'm saying, be able to live on the moon type shit.
Why?
Right? Cause that's where I'm going. I'm on the moon with this shit.
Okay.
Bro. Like, you know what I'm
We'll
saying?
take that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna start a civilization on the moon. Like,
Okay.
fuck Elon Musk, all that shit. Big Steve's on the building. I'm the first one to the moon, nigga. Fuck you talking about? So, $1 billion, be able to live on the moon, and what else? Unlimited studio time.
unlimited studio time. And I got one more question. I think I had one more question. I probably forgot it. You know what I'm saying? One more question. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. When everything all said and done, what they gonna say about Jay Steez?
That he overcame adversity. For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? Jay Steez.
You're in the building.
Yeah, for sure. Like, bro, like, I appreciate you coming through.
No,
for
I appreciate
real.
you having
know
me,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like, shit, you know, I don't know if you fuck with your interview or you know what I'm saying, whatever the case is, but it's just like, nigga, I appreciate you coming through.
No, I fuck with this.
You know what I'm
shit, bro.
saying? Like, shit, nigga, and I want you to keep on grinding. You know what I'm saying? I fuck
Appreciate
with some
you.
of your music. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you,
Matter of fact, I'm finna go back and tap in and start from the beginning to the end. You know what I'm saying? And check you
Good up.
out. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to keep on grinding for real,
Sure.
bro. You know what I'm saying? And anytime, you know what I'm saying, you got some shit going on, just know you got a platform that you come in, even if you just want to talk some shit, you want to vent, or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. And, like, you know, I ain't going to ask you if you got no bars. I ain't going to do that. Like, nah, because, like, the reason I'm saying that is because, like, niggas don't be wanting to rap for real, bro. Like, niggas be scared. Like, niggas be scared. Niggas don't want to motherfucking rap. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, niggas be taking offense to this shit for some reason. You know what I'm saying? I be like, shit, niggas be like, that's like if a comedian come here, nigga be
Tell
like,
me a
shit.
joke.
Yeah, for real. Like, but I be like, nigga, that's your motherfucking job, nigga. The fuck you scared for? You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna do that. So, you know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do is, you know what I'm saying, we gonna end this shit with Understand Me. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you know, that's one of my favorite songs of yours.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It might be
you.
that and what the fuck this shit is? That Hustler's Prayer.
Hey, you
That's
fuck with
what
that
it-
shit?
I
That
fuck
shit.
with it. You know what I'm
Appreciate you.
saying? Like, shit, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? For sure, keep on grinding, you know what I'm saying?
thanks
But,
for
like,
having me,
before
bro.
we get up out of here, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you shout out your social medias and all that other shit.
Oh yeah, I'm at OVA Steezo on everywhere, Instagram, Twitter, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Apple Music, J Steez, JAY $Teez. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, fucking Amazon, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lane Switch out now. Cruise Control EP out. I just dropped the song yesterday, No Survival.
Yeah,
That's out now. Go play that shit. Yep, just go fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? All my videos out, rolling. I got the vlogs out, Road to Outcast. You know what I'm saying? OVA merch on the way, but yeah.
And I wanted to ask you about that Road to Outcast. Like, shit, after you actually drop the project, is that gonna be the end of your vlogging?
For that season, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I start another one, like the next project I do.
Yeah. And like, where'd you get the idea to do your blog and this shit from?
When I think he's still doing it, but when Wiz doing his day-to-days. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I fuck with those. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, y'all make sure y'all fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, he finna get up out of here, and then we finna do the bitch-ass nigga. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do the bitch-ass nigga of the week real quick.
Oh, shit.
That shit gonna be real quick. You know what I'm saying? Real simple.
It still sounds like you wanna do something, bitch ass nigga. Just for that.
Yeah, this week, bitch ass nigga of the week go to Antonio Sherrod McGarity. And like shit, you know, like I'm pretty sure there's a lot of y'all who thought about that y'all wanted to be part of the Mile High Club. But you know what I'm saying, this man right here give a whole new meaning to the Mile High Club. You know what I'm saying? So Washington, all right, the incident took place aboard flight 3814 from Seattle, Washington to Phoenix, Arizona on Saturday. And I don't know what Saturday, because like shit, this probably was last Saturday or something. But police say Antonio Sherrod McGarity committed the act shortly after takeoff. Now, the woman who was exposed to McGarity's lewd act wrote in the criminal complaint that he exposed his penis by pulling down his pants and shorts and proceeded to masturbate during the first hour of the flight. A whole fucking hour. Nigga was sitting there beating his dick a whole fucking hour, bro. Like, that shit is fucking bizarre. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So, hold on. But see, I ain't even read the rest of the quote. Motherfucker say, and he licked a white substance from his fingers after ejaculating. That nigga super freaky, you know what I'm saying? So she snapped photos of the incident and said he continued for an hour before falling asleep. Nigga beat his dick and fell asleep on the motherfucking plane to Arizona, nigga. Shit. Now, after a flight attendant was informed about the act, McGarity was arrested in Phoenix. He reportedly told the FBI that he asked the woman if she minded if he masturbated, and she reportedly threw her hands up and said, and I don't care. You know, that's what it don't really matter to me. You know, that's what the bitches love to say. It don't really matter to me. You do what you want. Like shit, you know. So and that nigga said it, you kind of kinky.
Masturbate.
Yeah. You know, so like, yeah, that nigga pretty smart. Hey, you know, like whatever. He the bitch ass nigga of the week. Freaky ass.
Hey,
nigga.
this nigga, bro. Hey, this nigga said 4 times, cuz. Hey, that nigga beat off, went to sleep, woke up, beat off again.
That nigga was feeling good. That nigga told that bitch, you ain't better than a perk, bitch.
Oh my God, bro, that shit is fucking funny. What the fuck?
So yeah, my boy, you
weird.
get the bitch ass nigga of the week. You know what I'm saying?
You couldn't do that shit on Spirit, nigga. That shit was on brand at least. Shit, nigga, you know, fucked up.
Nigga, that's probably no motherfucking Frontier flights.
On Spirit, they probably be like, nigga, so.
You know that nigga ain't, yeah. So, you know, y'all be careful on these plans, man.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Like, and this shit funny because Shorty sat there and watched that nigga beat his dick for an hour.
Like, what are you do?
A whole
hour?
Hey, that nigga, hey.
Like, what are you looking at?
Nigga, at some point, I'm like, bitch, can I get some help? You just gonna sit here and watch me? Like, shit, you know.
This nigga trying to get it cracking in the seat, bro. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, but like I said, that's the bitch ass nigga of the week, you know what I'm saying, for this week, you know, episode 70 or whatever the case is. So, you know, y'all make sure y'all check out Jay Steez. You know what I'm saying? Follow his YouTube, his Instagram, all that other shit he told y'all to do. You know what I'm saying? And then when y'all done doing that, make sure y'all check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever else you listen to your podcast at. And also check us out on YouTube, the Opinion Hater Podcast, Facebook, Instagram, and all that other good shit. We put that shit on everything, nigga. We ain't never told you no lies before. And you know what I'm saying? One last thing. I go by that nigga named Ace, and this is the Opinion Hater Podcast, and we out this bitch. Yeah.